In the last class, we saw some properties of a parallelogram. So the first theorem that we saw was that a diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. Okay, this was one theorem that we saw yesterday. The second theorem is, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Okay, so if you have a parallelogram, then opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. This is the second theorem we saw. In today's class, let us see two more theorems and also some examples based on all these theorems that we have learned. Theorem 3 says, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So if you have a parallelogram ABCD and AC and BD are the diagonals of the parallelogram, then it says that these diagonals, they bisect each other. What does it mean? It means that OB is equal to OD and OA is equal to OC. So when they meet each other, they meet each other at such a point or in such a way that this diagonal is bisected as well as this diagonal is bisected. This is your theorem 3. Now let us see the next theorem, theorem 4, which is the converse of theorem 3. So in this theorem 3, it says diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So what will be the converse of this theorem? You can say that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then the quadrilateral must be a parallelogram. Okay, so the fourth theorem, which is the converse of the third theorem, is if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. So this is your fourth theorem. Now let us see some problems based on all these theorems that we have learned. The first example, show that the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other. So you have a rhombus here. So let us take the rhombus ABCD. So ABCD is a rhombus, and which are the diagonals of this rhombus? AC and BD be the diagonals. Now, since ABCD is a rhombus, we know AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA, means all sides of this rhombus are equal. Now, you have just learned a theorem on parallelogram or diagonals of a parallelogram, which says that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So, if AC and BD are diagonals, then you know they will bisect each other. So, you have to remember this. Now, what we have to prove here? We have to prove that they bisect each other at 90 degrees. Okay? They bisect each other at 90 degrees means what? They are perpendicular to each other. That is what you have to prove. Okay, we have to show that AC is perpendicular to BD. So if we show one of this angle is 90 degrees, then you know rest of the angle, if one of this angle is 90 degrees, then you know that these two diagonals, they bisect each other at 90 degrees, right? So we have to show that one of the angles is 90 degrees. Okay, so let us say we have to show, or let us show that this angle is 90 degrees. So we will show that angle AOD is 90 degrees. Now how can we show that this is 90 degrees? If you know, if you look at the figure here, this angle plus this angle is 180 degrees. They form linear pair, right? So if both these angles are equal, then you know each one will be 90 degrees, correct? So you know if you have a line here, okay, and in this case this angle plus this angle is 180 degrees, correct? But if you want to show one of them is perpendicular, then if this is 90 degrees, then this also has to be 90 degrees, correct? So in that case, how will you get that? So for that reason, to show that this is 90 degrees, we will have to take two triangles which have these two angles in it. Okay, we have to take two triangles in such a way that these two angles are in it. What is the reason? So that this will form a linear pair. Okay, these two angles will form a linear pair, and we can say that if one of them is 90 degrees, then other one also will be 90 degrees. Okay, so for that reason we have to take these two triangles. So in triangle AOD and triangle COD, okay, OA is equal to OC. What is the reason? These are diagonals which bisect each other. So this side is equal to this side, correct? So OA is equal to OC. Then OD is a common side. So OD is equal to OD because it is a common side. This is the second condition. Which will be the third condition? You know that in a rhombus all sides are equal. So this side will be equal to this side. So AD is equal to CD. So we have got three conditions, correct? So now I can say these two triangles are congruent. So if these two triangles are congruent, then you know that the corresponding parts are equal, right? So from that we can say this angle is equal to this angle. That is the reason we have taken these two triangles and tried to prove that they are congruent to each other. So these two triangles are congruent by which rule? They are congruent by SSS congruence rule. If they are congruent, then you know angle AOD is equal to angle COD by CPCT. So angle AOD is equal to angle COD. But if you see these two angles, they form a linear pair. So angle AOD plus angle COD is equal to 180 degrees, correct? Angle AOD plus angle COD is equal to 180 degrees because they form a linear pair. But we have just said that angle AOD is equal to angle COD. So we can substitute for one of these, right? So it will be angle AOD plus angle COD can be substituted as angle AOD. So plus angle AOD is equal to 180 degrees. So this becomes 2 times angle AOD is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, angle AOD is 90 degrees. Correct? So we have shown that one of these angles is 90 degrees, means these two diagonals, they bisect each other at right angles, or they are perpendicular to each other. Now let us see second example. ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. Now AD bisects exterior angle PAC and CD is parallel to AB. We have to show that angle DAC is equal to angle BCA. First condition. Second, we have to show that ABCD is a parallelogram. So now let us take the first one. We have to show that this angle is equal to this angle. So whatever conditions are given to you, you have to use those conditions to prove this. Now we know that ABC is an isosceles triangle. So AB is equal to AC. If that is the case, you know that this angle will be equal to this angle, right? What is the reason? Because angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Now, you know the exterior angle theorem, correct? So, this is your exterior angle PAC. Now, exterior angle PAC is equal to sum of the remote interior angles. This is the exterior angle theorem that you have studied. So, angle ABC plus angle ACB, okay, ABC plus angle ACB is equal to angle PAC. This is the exterior angle theorem. Okay, or in other words, angle PAC is equal to, now in this we have just said angle ABC is equal to angle ACB, correct? angle ABC is equal to angle ACB. So we can write angle PAC as 2 times angle ACB, correct? We can substitute for this as angle ACB. Why we are taking ACB not this? Because we have to show that this is equal to this. This part is equal to this. So for that reason we are taking this one. So angle PAC is equal to 2 times angle ACB. So number this equation as 2. Okay, 1, sorry. Now it is given that AD, which is there, it bisects the exterior angle PAC. Okay, then what will be this angle? If this bisects the exterior angle PAC, we can write angle PAC as 2 times angle DAC, correct? Because this angle will be equal to this angle. So angle PAC is equal to 2 times angle DAC. Okay. Now from 1 and 2 we see angle PAC is equal to 2 times angle ACB, and angle PAC is also equal to 2 times angle DAC. So from 1 and 2 I can say 2 times angle ACB is equal to 2 times angle DAC, correct? This will, if these two are equal, then this will be equal to this. So angle 2 ACB will be equal to angle DAC. We can cancel 2 and 2. So we had to prove that angle DAC is equal to angle BCA. ACB is the same as BCA. So we have proved the first part. Now let us see the second one. In the second part we have to show that ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. Now a quadrilateral to be a parallelogram, if we show that opposite sides are parallel, then we can say that the given quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So in this we have to show that AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC. This is what we have to show. But one of the conditions is already given to us, that AB is parallel to CD. It's already given that AB is parallel to CD. Now we have to show that AD is parallel to BC. As I told you, one condition is given to you. Now we have to show that AD is parallel to BC. Okay. Now we have just seen that this angle is equal to this angle. Correct? We have just seen that angle DAC is equal to angle ACB. But if you see if you consider these two lines and this as a transversal, then these are interior angles. And you have just learned, or you have learned a theorem in 7th standard probably, which says if one of the interior angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. Okay, so since angle TAC is equal to angle ACB and these two are interior angles, if you consider AC as your transversal, then we can say from the theorem that AD is parallel to BC. AD is parallel to BC. Therefore, we can say ABCD is a parallelogram.